Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. Today's video is just going to be a quick little video about the ABR 223, which is an absolute monster. I didn't realize how good this weapon was until I actually leveled it up all the way. Once you fully level up the weapon, you get this thing called an operator mod, and this one's called a burst accelerator. And I didn't really know what it was until after a few matches. I was like, wow, this thing actually melts. So I'm going to kind of show you a few little clips here showing you how I use the weapon. I'm using tritium sight, which is like the ELO. I'm also using a suppressor to stay off the minimap when I fire the weapon. Unless they have a UAV in the air, they're not going to be able to see me. I'm also running that extended mags to bring the ammo capacity from 30 up to 45, and it allows you to get a little bit longer feeds. And then when I'm running in my gear slot is this acoustic sensor, which allows you to get tons of map awareness and make sure you don't really get run up on. I know a lot of people are hyped about the stim pack and the ComSec device and armor, but this one's definitely probably the most overpowered one that a lot of people are sleeping on, and by default, if people are running those other ones, they're not going to be able to use this one. Then I'm running engineer just to make sure I can see that I'm not going to run into any kind of trap. I get a little bit of map awareness as well, because if I see someone put up a shield, I'll know, hey, somebody's in that general area, so I can reposition myself based off how that goes. And then with dead silence on, they're not going to be able to use the acoustic sensor on me, so pretty much I can walk up on someone, they won't hear me, they won't know I'm there unless they have a UAV. And that pretty much wraps it up for the class setup portion of it. I'm gonna kind of walk you through how to use the weapon a little bit more effectively based off its range and damage and stuff like that. I'm gonna make sure that you got a good idea on how you should be utilizing this weapon. If you did enjoy the video in any way, or at any point you do enjoy the video, do remember to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. I typically post about Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setup, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos. Any of that seems interesting, like I said, go ahead and subscribe with those notifications on. So let's go ahead and get in the second gameplay. That first gameplay I went 40-2. In the second gameplay I'm going to go 35-0. Both of them I get that unstoppable medal. Obviously I get a couple extra kills with my streak, but overall I still go on a long streak utilizing the weapon the way it should be used. So to keep the video as short as possible, I'm actually going to highlight a few key clips of why the suppressor was important, why the extended mags was so important, and why this burst accelerator is important as well. As you saw in many of the other clips, you can see that acoustic sensor comes in clutch. You can see right here as I'm coming around, you're going to see that it starts to go off on the minimap, and that gives me a huge indication of where everyone's at. I already know people are pushing mid because they're going for B, and then I can see some guys going for A. So as I come around over here, okay, I have an idea there's a guy pushing mid. There's a guy coming around over here, see if he's going to kind of run out. I'm just kind of waiting, and that's what the acoustic sensor does. It has a significantly large range. It'll allow you to see people before they can see you. A lot of times come around, take this guy out who's just camping in the corner, and then I go ahead and kind of try and clear out the little spawn area here. As I come through, acoustic sensor goes off again. I know the guy's there, and again that acoustic sensor tells me exactly where they're at. The guy ends up coming around. I know he's going to jump out. I end up firing, take him out. So immediately right after this, you're going to see how the burst accelerator comes in handy and exactly how it works. Pretty much as long as you hold down the trigger, the faster the weapon will fire. Initially, the first two bursts will be like any other burst, but once you go beyond that, it is a fast fire melting machine. Pretty much as fast as pretty much any of the SMGs in the game. I'm not telling you hard tested numbers. I'm just saying exactly how it feels. The melt potential is there. So with the acoustic sensor telling me where the guys are at, I'm already kind of pre-aiming, waiting for the guy to come in. He comes through, and I'm to just keep firing, and the guy runs right through it. I know I'm low on ammo, so I got to back up, reload, and then I'll go into another sequence where it shows off the burst accelerator again. Although I think this is a good example for the burst accelerator, it is also another example for the extended mags, how valuable those are. You can see how much you eat through ammo, especially when you hold that trigger down. End up cleaning that guy up, and then I'm kind of just watching the B objective and seeing what's going on. I'm seeing this guy's coming around the corner and deciding what I want to do. Absolutely melt him. When it came to deciding what other attachment to use, I could have used any other attachment. What I decided to go with was that suppressor, just because in general I like to stay off the minimap. I didn't feel like there was a huge damage drop off as far as range drop off with this weapon. I was still able to 2 burst people a lot of times, sometimes 3 bursts depending on the distance, but overall I like staying off the minimap. I could go ahead and easily clear people off. They don't know exactly where I'm shooting them from, and I'm able to take advantage of that situation knowing where people are at. I'm not obviously running ghosts, so they don't know exactly where I'm at unless they call in a recon, but for the most part I'm staying off the minimap because I'm not firing that weapon. So I'm able to navigate the map, know exactly where they are with that little acoustic sensor, and I just play pretty smart. Overall, I felt like this building is the power position in this map. I'm able to actually protect my teammates, clear people off spawn, and it gives you pretty good access to both the A and C flags if you need to, while being able to shoot at the B flag. You just got to be able to rotate kind of where things are at. Obviously, if you're a subscriber, I normally like to break these down a little bit more in depth, but I'm going to wait till probably the full game comes out to do a little bit longer in depth, just because I think things will change and they'll be rebalanced. So a lot of stuff's not going to be as useful. But I did want to show you that you can get better at the game. If you play very smart, you can go on flawless streaks. Like you're going to see right here is a flawless gameplay. I do get that unstoppable medal, and you will see how the end result is. If you did enjoy the video in any way, do remember to hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe with those notifications on. Probably if you're still watching, you should probably hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.